It's a first alert weather day here in western Colorado, and that's not because you're in danger right now, but we do have some weather on the way which could cause just a little bit of a problem. So red flag warnings have been issued across the state of Colorado starting at noon tomorrow and again through 8 p.m. on your Thursday. And that includes Grand Junction, almost the entirety of Mesa County, portions of Garfield County, and of course all the way down to the San Juan Mountains. Now, what does this mean? We have weather which is favorable for starting fires and spreading those fires out of control. And this means that our humidity rates are also down as low as about 8 to 13%. And our wind speeds could be anywhere from 10 to 20 miles an hour, whereas wind gusts, those are expected to be around 35 miles an hour on occurrence. So what does that mean for you? Have you ever thought of a match striking a box? That's exactly what's happening here. You have dry ground, dry brush, hot temperatures, and then that wind is striking against that ground, potentially causing a flame. And once that happens, one of those fires can spread out of control. This could also be from cigarette butts tossed out windows and other things like chains hanging from vehicles, fireworks, you name it, there is a fire threat associated with it. So that means while there's wind and such severe drought conditions, we should stay away from anything flammable. Around 7 p.m. tonight, we'll see a little bit of wind, nothing too serious, but we'll see 36-mile-per-hour gusts on average throughout the 7 o'clock hour in the Grand Junction area, and in Delta, 22-mile-per-hour gusts. And if we take a peek at Montrose, 27-mile-per-hour gusts. Cortez looks to be doing just fine. But overnight, things will calm down, wind will go away. The early morning hours are also not anything to worry about. It's only once we get to lunchtime tomorrow where we start to see the same thing occur. 27-mile-per-hour gusts in Grand Junction, 20 in Delta, 24 in Montrose, and 23 in Cortez. But by the end of the day, 3 to 4 p.m., things are not ideal. That's where our real threat is going to take off. We're looking at 33-mile-per-hour gusts at that point, Delta 34 and Montrose 29. Cortez around 30-mile-per-hour wind gusts. So a lot of wind to be had, meaning a lot of friction and a lot of potential for wildfires. Now, where's all the wind coming from? That might be a question you have. And if that is, your answer is right here. We have a high pressure ridge, a pretty big one at that. This is covering almost the entire southern half of the United States of America. And most of us are under heat wave conditions. But warm air advection is taking place here. And if you're wondering what that is, warm air advection is when we transport warm air from a hot area to one which is typically cooler. And as you can see, we're doing that for the state of Colorado, so we are one of the direct impacts of some of that warm air advection. So that is exactly why we'll be so warm. We don't expect any change in the next few days because the next 24 hours, at least today, you're supposed to get up to 101 degrees, almost 102. A ton of sunshine. Definitely wear some sunscreen if you're headed outside. But over the next several days, 99 degrees turns to 98, 98 again, and then on your Sunday and Monday, we're back in the triple digits. So no rain, no break from the heat, and that means you'll need to drink extra water. But if I haven't mentioned your location just yet, your high temperatures, 102 in Grand Junction, 103 in Delta, 97 in Montrose, and 99 in the Cortez area. And then your lows, you're expecting about a 70 in Grand Junction, 66 in Delta, 65 in the Montrose area, and 57 in Cortez. So those are not very low, I guess, if you ask me. But before we end off, let's talk about those 7-day forecasts, because 7-day forecasts, they don't hold any surprises. All we have is a lot of heat, a lot of sun, and now a lot of wind as well. So 102 today, could get all the way up to, again, the hundreds later by the end of this weekend. In the meantime, we'll cool down to the 90s to bridge that gap, but more than anything else, we're still seeing extreme heat. If we take a peek at Montrose, they might not be in the triple digits, but they are close, and they are way above average from where they're supposed to be. They're supposed to be around 90 degrees. If we take a peek at what's going on in Delta, we're expecting 103, and then on Thursday, 101. Triple digits almost through the entirety of the week. That is one warm, warm week with no break mixed in there at all. And in Cortez, we don't quite reach triple digits, but we do get close because today is 99 degrees. And for the next several days, you'll be cooling down a little bit, but again, you're still in the mid to upper 90s.